Welcome to the Steel Flyer Show, and oh my gosh, congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers for being the AFC North champions of this season with the victory over the Indianapolis Colts that vaunts the Pittsburgh Steelers into the playoffs. Well, we were already there in the playoffs anyway, but with the victory today, that puts Pittsburgh Steelers in much more commanding control of their seeding. More than likely, they will be no worse than third seed, depending on how things shake down with the rest of the league and the rest of the games. There's still 2 games left to play here for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but a huge win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This was the second half of the season for Ben, for the team, for the offense, for where has this been? Where has this been? At the end of the first half, I could not believe that the Steelers had possessed the ball for well over 9 minutes and only had 28 yards. Now, we had 7 points, but that came from a fumble and whatever you want to call that. So, look, that whole 7 points was a, here you go. Okay. Very impressed with how Ben was able to stick it out. I was very impressed with having faith in the receivers. Deontay Johnson had a great game, was able to step up and make some catches. Juju had a really good game, was able to step up and make some catches. James Washington was able to step up and make some catches. Eric Ebron was able to step up and make some catches. You notice what I'm saying here? I'm saying that these guys are making catches, not having drops. Ben was 34 for 49. So that's still a significant. I mean, there was a couple of, there was like 2 or 3 of them that were batted down. A couple of them that were catchable balls. A couple of them that were, why are you throwing that, boy? What? That's triple coverage. Why are you throwing it? Okay, so explain to me what happened. How did this team go from being almost hanging it up, like it looked like the team wasn't playing, like they didn't care, to coming back in the second half and it was a completely different team. I, for one, have to say that I am eating a little crow. I was very negative at the end of the first half, and I put a tweet out saying that I just don't understand. I bleed black and gold, but I'm bleeding red now. That was at the end of the first half, and here we are. Let's just say this. Pittsburgh this year has definitely made sure that if you don't own a defibrillator, you will own a defibrillator. I mean, I don't get it. No run game still. Blocking looked. Look, if I could just take the first half and say this, I'll break down the first half and say this. The first half was exactly what the Pittsburgh Steelers are. Okay? Look, I understand. I get it. It's not pretty, is it? No. The second half is what the Steelers can be. We've seen it all year. We've seen flashes of it all year. We actually saw them put it together for the most part for 3/4 of the year. And then suddenly, like, we hit December or something and the train just, the tracks and everything came apart. This was a must-win game. This was a much needed win game for this team and the psyche of this team. I'm impressed with the fact that Pittsburgh was able to pull this game out. And yes, I said pull this game out. Indianapolis looked like the much better team offensively, especially in the first half. Second half, not so much. I mean, they still scored 10 points. But Alex Highsmith had a phenomenal game. I mean, he made some plays that saved the bacon. Okay? Impressive, the game that he had. Man, welcome back, Vince Williams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hilton had a great game as well. Okay? TJ Watt, the Steelers defense was able to continue on with the streak and was able to continue on with the record of sacks and everything like that. So that's great, but the team still allowed 24 points. And if you want to start making it into that realm of Kansas City, you want to start making it into that realm. I don't want to be the Kansas City Chiefs because that's a tough road to hoe. Being down all the time and then having to come back is tough. I've already lost 6 years of my life this year because of the Steelers, because of the fact that I own a defibrillator, 3 or 4 of them maybe with a backup or something. But you didn't hear that from me. Anyway, so I'm glad to see that the Steelers were able to put it together. I still think that they are a dysfunctional family, for lack of a better term. I think there needs to be more adjustments. It just doesn't seem to me, from what I see, that the players are being put in spots of success. And I'm not seeing the correct players on the field at the correct time. 3rd and 9, and I'm seeing Chase Claypool trotting off the field. That to me, that just doesn't make sense. Okay, when he's your best playmaker and he's your best play catcher, it's 3rd and 9, obvious passing situations. Why is he trotting off the field? Okay, so that's where I'm coming from when I say these kinds of things. Look, everybody has their own opinion and everything like that. And yes, this was a great Steelers win. Yes, the Steelers were able to win the AFC North. And yes, that's great. But like I said, you don't want to limp into the playoffs. You want to come into the playoffs hot. You want to come in winning games. You want to come in with multiple touchdowns in a row. You want to come in with mo. You want to come in with momentum. Okay? And when you kind of limp in, yeah, okay, we won the last 2 of our 6 games. That's kind of limping in. Here, you see what I'm saying. So this was a good win. We need to win out. If the Steelers don't win out, then I think we might lose in the first round or the second round. If we win out, then I think we might have a chance to go the whole way. So there you have it, folks. This was a great win, great plays by Ben there in the second. The whole second half was just a whole completely different team. And congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers for winning the AFC North. First time in a little while, so congratulations. This is not the end game, though. That sticky Lombardi, that's the end game. Okay, so let's keep that in mind, and let's keep it rolling. Okay, and just remember, folks, stay safe, stay strong, and hang tough.